Develop your beard thicker and stronger with Power Beard Growth Oil. Developing your whiskers more grounded and thicker ends up being a test for a few men because of various reasons. The issue that strikes regularly is that once the facial hair has developed to a limited degree, at that point there is irritation which strikes extensively, and numerous men either shave or trim the whiskers mid-root before it is completely developed. Additionally, in the event that you have an eating routine which is lacking in supplements, and on the off chance that you don't follow the fundamental healthy skin routine, at that point your whiskers in the long run looks feeble and meager. This is a set-up idea in the general public that facial hair is explicitly connected with power, manliness, shrewdness and initiative. In this way, clearly having thicker whiskers directions more regard. At the point when we are discussing the facial hair well-being, this is significant to plot the significant characteristics, attributes of an incredible whiskers. The characteristics of an extraordinary whiskers are as per the following. Vivacity. A whiskers which looks vivacious can be accomplished with legitimate duty and care. Thickness. The quantity of hairs in a whiskers ought to be greatest and it should look extremely thick. Length. The length of the facial hair can be according to your decision. The greater part of the men who are eager to develop their whiskers especially battle with the thickness of the facial hair. A few men, because of higher testosterone level, ordinarily build up a thick and full whiskers. Others with a lower level of testosterone have exceptionally sparse facial hair. In the event that the nature of facial hair isn't unrivaled, at that point you can receive a few valuable stunts which would give you an up-to-date and shiny whiskers simply like the manner in which you constantly wanted for. Utilizing the best facial hair oil in India for ideal whiskers development. The best facial hair oil can be utilized consistently on the whiskers, which gives gloss, sustenance and bountifulness to your whiskers. You will without a doubt experience the hydrating impact and relaxing surface to your facial hair after every use of the whiskers facial hair development oil. This is viewed as one outlandish and simultaneously non-clingy item for the facial hair. They are by and large deliberately arranged to use the most basic normal oils that alongside the supporting nutrients and minerals turn your whiskers to be solid, all-around molded and brilliant. A totally potent mixture of a few normal fixings like wheat germ oil, apricot oil, jojoba oil, grapeseed oil and argan oil are being clubbed for picking up the necessary sustenance for the facial hair. Each man who is not kidding about growing a facial hair should begin utilizing the whiskers development oil directly from the principal day when they have intended to develop their whiskers. The best facial hair oil in India successfully saturates the whiskers and furthermore the skin which lies underneath the facial hair. The whiskers facial hair development oil additionally wipes out the facial hair tingle and dandruff. On the off chance that you need to stay away from any harm to your whiskers, you ought to earnestly apply the best facial hair oil, which helps in locking the dampness and furthermore keeping the normal oil misfortune from your facial hair. Steps in utilizing the best facial hair oil. Stage 1. Pour 3 to 5 drops of the facial hair oil on the palm. Stage 2. Massage the poured oil on the facial hair for around 3 minutes. Stage 3, you may then ideally utilize a facial hair brush so as to spread the oil uniformly over the mane. Stage 4, you need to permit the applied oil to lay on the whiskers for in any event 3 to 4 hours. The recurrence of utilization, you ought to apply the best whiskers oil ideally 2 times per day for best outcomes. Extra valuable tips for increasing more grounded and thicker facial hair. Embracing the utilization of the best whiskers oil is an unquestionable requirement. Alongside it, you ought to keep up a sound way of life for encouraging whiskers development. A portion of the significant hints to follow are written beneath. Taking legitimate consideration of your facial skin, this is an undeniable truth that sound skin is the correct establishment for the ideal and solid whiskers. Utilize a decent quality lotion for your facial skin for keeping it very much hydrated. Additionally, remember to evacuate the dead skin cells and shed your facial skin occasionally. Begin working out. Exercising on ordinary premise shapes the strong establishment for the development of thicker hair, and furthermore you should put forth attempts to lose abundance weight. Lessen your degree of stress when you are over-worried in your everyday life. The cortisol level in your body increments extensively. This thus contrarily impacts the improvement of testosterone in your body. Likewise, the expanded feeling of anxiety makes it trying for the hair follicles to retain the supplements. Taking sufficient rest for expanding the degree of testosterone in your body, extended periods of time of sound rest is key. In the event that you figure out how to take 8 hours of rest each day, at that point it would help you in recovering your testosterone. The expanded degree of testosterone would bring about the development of thicker and more beneficial facial hair. Improving your eating regimen. You should make it a point to devour a nutrient-rich eating routine that would comprise of an ever-increasing number of vegetables. Your hair is only fiber of protein. In this way, it is additionally important to expend proteinaceous diet for more beneficial facial hair development. Expending supplements. You have the alternative of animating your facial hair development by taking enhancements alongside an even eating regimen. You ought to pick an enhancement which is plentiful in zinc, copper, vitamin B, magnesium, vitamin D, iron and vitamin E that assume significant jobs in the development and thickening of the facial hair. Cutting your facial hair appropriately. You ought to consistently get your whiskers cut from an expert hairdresser, or there are chances that you wind up hurting your whiskers. Remaining hydrated. You ought not disregard to drink enough water every day, as this aids in flushing out the poisons from your body. This would keep your skin hydrated, and the more beneficial skin would augment the odds of developing thicker and more advantageous whiskers. In this way, follow the above tips and develop your facial hair thicker and more grounded with the utilization of the Power Beard Growth Oil. Click the link below to get the best product in the market. It's an affiliate link.